Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another review. Now, I've done quite a few of these comparison videos and most of them are clones. But this one is a video about two fragrances which are not clones, but they remind me of each other. Yeah. So, Encre Noire by Lalique is an absolute cheapie. Yeah, you can get it 100 ml for about anywhere between 20 and 30 pounds. It depends where you look and depends on discounts, right? And the other one is obviously Chanel's less exclusive line called Sycomore. Also, it has been reformulated. So initially it used to be an EDT, now it's an EDP, and it was basically reformulated very recently. I'll go through all of that. So how I'm going to do this video is first I'm going to describe the scent. So compare the scent, beginning and dry down. Then we will go to the performance, and seasons and age groups. That's how we'll do it. Hopefully you'll find this helpful. And the whole reason I'm doing this is because if you go to Fragrantica and look for either of these fragrances, the other one comes up as a fragrance that it smells like. So that's the biggest motivation behind doing this. Yeah. So let's start with Encre Noire. Now, Encre Noire was released in 2008, I believe. 2006. And the parfumeur behind this one is Nathalie Lorson. I have to admit, I've tried all the Encre Noirs, and my favorite is Encre Noire à l'extrême, which I've reviewed. So Nathalie Lorson. Now this lady is amazing with budget fragrances, okay? So what I've done is I've sprayed Encre Noire on my skin and it's about 3 hours old, yeah? It's actually doesn't change much. So let me explain to you how Encre Noire starts. Encre Noire starts a little bit earthy, bit bright and dusty, very thick and very dense medicinal smell of vetiver and cypress combined. The cypress takes over the vetiver later on. This is the kind of vetiver which basically is very rare. Yeah, if you look at designer low budget vetiver fragrances, they're more on the dry green side. Yeah, for example, this is one of my absolute favorites. This one is Guerlain Boisee. Yeah, L'Homme au Boisee. I've reviewed this one. This is mint and a lemony, minty vetiver, beautiful vetiver, very long lasting like Encre Noire, but they're more on the dry side. Rooty vetiver on budget side, I haven't smelled much. So this one is rich, dark, yeah, rooty, earthy. So I'll give you an image. Imagine rugby players, yeah, they play on the grass and they're all covered in dust and dirt and sweat and all sorts of things, right? So this is very, very gothic and dark, but not as dark as it becomes in its dry down. When you first spray it, it's still got that beautiful green, milky softness in that vetiver. That's the beginning. Yeah. Now, Sycomore. You know, when I joined the Fragcom back in 2009, that's how long I've been looking at videos. Chanel's Sycomore used to be the talk of the town on everybody's list. Now this one hardly gets any mention. So what I did was I got two different varieties. One is the discontinued EDT, the other one is the EDP. EDT is much better. This was released in 2008. The parfumeurs were Jacques Polge and Christophe Sheldrake. It was an amazing fragrance. The current formulation is okay. It's not as nice as what it used to be, but still, this is an EDP. It was re-released in 2016 and it was reformulated by François Dimachy. So I haven't sprayed it and I'll tell you the reason. I've tried it a lot of times now. Whenever I spray, beautiful. Whenever I spray Sycomore and I smell Encre Noire smells horrible, right? So I this time said I'll first do the Encre Noire and then I'll spray Sycomore and tell you how it progresses. So Sycomore uses the same vetiver that is used in Encre Noire. Rooty, dry, slightly earthy, but it's not very dirty here. And the reason is not the vetiver. The reason is use of a very clever use of aldehydes, right? And the aldehydes carry on. So it's not just a initial bit of aldehyde. No. This is beautifully welded together. It's a very bright and beautiful scent. I enjoy it. Not as much as the EDT, but I really like it. So it has got this beautiful, bright, sunny vetiver. Still earthy, but milky. As if, you're laying on a sunny day, you're laying on grass with the sun behind you, just washing your body like that. It's just very calming, very joyous, very relaxing, very laid back. Beautiful scent. Okay? So that's how it starts off. When it starts to dry down, it starts to resemble the earthy but still dry and still airy vetiver of Encre Noire. In Encre Noire, the cypress comes up a bit more. They've also used musk and cashmere, which I don't smell in Encre Noire. It gets dark and gothic. This one stays bright and beautiful, but it turns a little bit woody because they've used what you call juniper berries. There are other notes like sandalwood, tobacco, violet flower. I don't smell all of that. What I get is beautiful, sunny, bright, slightly milky, dry and airy vetiver with some woody facets in its dry down. I know this scent like the back of my hand. I've smelt it many, many times, but I don't unfortunately own a bottle. Reason is very expensive. Both fragrances are almost linear. So that's the nature of the fragrance. Both fragrances are almost linear. And what ties them together is when you spray one without the other, it reminds you of the other. So if you're wearing Sycomore, occasionally it will remind you of the opening and the mid stages of Encre Noire. If you wear Encre Noire, it will remind you of the opening and the mid stages. In fact, the whole scent of Sycomore. That's why people say, Encre Noire smells like Sycomore. But they're not clones. It's just a vetiver note. So that's how the smell is. Now let's talk about performance. Both have similar sort of performance. They're about 8 to 10 hour fragrances. They have limited sort of projection. I would say Sycomore projects a bit more because it's very high quality. Chanel's quality is impeccable. Yeah, so it projects a bit more, say 3 or 4 hours. Encre Noire projects for about 2 hours, let's say. Longevity is roughly the same, 8 to 10 hours. And sillage, obviously, Chanel is very high quality, so higher sillage. If you wear it under your shirt, you'll be entertained all day. It's a beautiful fragrance, Sycomore. This one is not beautiful. This is very dark, serious, sort of aloof. This one is very friendly, very variable. This one is masculine, this one is unisex. That's the nature of the fragrance. Now, let's talk about we've talked about performance, weather. This one, I think, goes beautifully in evenings in between weather. So I'm talking about autumn and spring. It smells lovely. Winter and summer, that diesel-like smell, the earthy, very, very gothic, inky. Some people call it inky. That inky smell, I don't find it inky. It's diesel. To me, it's diesel. That smell comes up a bit more. Height of summer and during daytime. So nighttime is when it smells the best in spring and autumn. This one, any season, any time. It smells beautiful on a sunny day. As I said, such a beautiful, bright, lovely, joyous, very, very happy scent. Yeah. So that's the summary of the scent, if you like. In terms of age groups, any age group. This will look beautiful. This will smell amazing, smart, lovely scent. This one for a middle-aged guy. I would say 30 plus. And also for a person who's serious in nature. If you give this to a jovial guy, he will return it to you. He'll not wear it. So this one is difficult to wear. This one is very, very easy to wear. And the common link between these two is that vetiver note. That vetiver note is what will remind you. Both use cypress in a different sort of way. The cypress here is very muted. I think it's more about the juniper berry, the aldehyde, and the beautiful vetiver. So there are commonalities, but they're not clones of each other. In terms of value for money, Encre Noire, if you like dark gothic scents, mysterious masculine scents, this is tremendous value for money. You can get it for anywhere between 20 and 30 pounds. This one is expensive. So current formulation, 75 ml, goes for about 150. So there is no comparison when it comes to cost. But the quality of Sycomore is absolutely outstanding. It smells amazing. It used to smell even better. It had that tobacco, it had that punchy smokiness that you get in a high quality vetiver. That's kind of missing at the moment. It's more malleable, more friendly. So hope you like this comparison video, fellas, and hope it helps you. Take care. Bye-bye.